Crypto. Today we're taking a look at Bittensor, TAO, T-A-O. Shout out to Oris for requesting this. You guys are always bringing me some interesting projects to look over. We're going to take a brief overlook at this. I have not made a deep dive into this, but what I have seen has been very interesting, and I think this is one that you need to put on your radar. Now, this is just recently listed on MexC Gloabal. As far as I know, this is the only exchange that this is on. This coin has been around since 2021, and one of the cool things I like about it is that it is a mining coin. It's proof of work that can use CPUs or GPUs. It's mimicking the approach that Bitcoin did. It has a maximum supply of 21 million. Total supply right now, 3.4 million. We look at the tokenomics of this. Bittensor was fair launched, just like Bitcoin, just like Litecoin, just like Ethereum. It's something you don't see anymore. You can get this by mining this on your computer or by buying it at the exchange. And I find that very interesting because my first foray into crypto was back in 2013 when I started as a hobby miner. So this one has got me very interested. I like the fair launch. I like the limited supply. It's an AI play, and that's what's so unique about this. Bittensor is an open source protocol that powers a decentralized blockchain-based machine learning network. These machine learning models train collaboratively, and then they are rewarded in TAO tokens according to the informational value that they offer to the collective. Now, TAO also grants external accesses, and this allows users to extract information from the network while it's tuning the activities to their needs. Their ultimate vision is to create a pure marketplace for artificial intelligence, an incentivized arena in which consumers and producers of this valuable commodity can interact in a trustless, open, and transparent context. They enable an open source repository of machine intelligence, which is accessible to anyone and anywhere, thereby creating the conditions for open and permissionless innovation on a global internet scale. It sounds like a very interesting project to me. And the best I can tell, and usually how this would work with something like this, that you download a wallet and your wallet would actually be your miner. Now, I've not done a deep dive into this, but that's usually how this type of thing works. I will give them credit for being extremely active on GitHub. That's a very good sign. And this project is up and running. It's not vaporware. So yeah, I would say this would be a coin to definitely keep your eye on. 24-hour volume, and this would all be MexC, $500,000. Its current market cap, $300,000. This could have potential. So on March 6th of this year, this was trading at 12 cents. Then when it was listed on MexC Global, it went up 60,000% to $99. Did that catch your attention? Because it caught mine. Okay, so here I am on the 4-hour chart for Bittensor, and you can see that we got this huge spike up. This thing got listed on MexC, got exposed to new liquidity, went from 12 cents all the way up to almost $120, formed a rising wedge, and then started breaking to the downside into a falling channel. Now, this falling channel is actually a bullish pattern, and it can break out to the upside. Now, should that happen, you want to look for support at this trend line, and that would be coming in about $77. And if it comes back down, flips this into support, it has a chance to make it up to these higher targets, which we'll cover in just a minute. First target being about $119. The question is, when is a good time to get into this coin? Because now it's in price discovery. So there's no price history to go by, no support and resistance areas to chart out that we could come down to. We have to solely rely on Fibonacci. So I've got Fibonacci areas over here laid out, and we'll talk about those as possible targets. Currently, we are testing this 382 area. Now, if we do get a bounce here and it breaks out this pattern, that's a good sign that this project has legs for a lot higher targets. Any bounce at the 386 area or earlier indicates a very strong move to the upside. So do look for a breakout and a retest of that breakout for conservative entry for a lot more upside gains. If that does happen from this point, there actually is a measured move that would make this into an AB equals CD type situation, and then that would take us up to this 618 Fibonacci area, totally in confluence with this idea of $193. That's the first thing that I'm looking at to happen here. Now, if that does not happen, it's a good time to look at accumulating this, building a bag of this at some lower prices. First area I would look at would be about $60. This is the halfway mark of this whole move, and by Dow theory, when we get a big strong impulse move like this, price usually comes down to at least to this halfway mark, and that's where we're looking about $60. Another target would be the 618 because price routinely, almost consistently comes down to this price of about $45. So these are the areas I would be looking at, dipping my toes in to build a bigger bag of this as price comes down. Now, if it breaks the structure of this, breaks to the downside, give it some time because it's got further to go, and it may be coming down to hit this area of about $25. Any bearish breakdown of this bullish price structure, of this bullish pattern, usually results in a parabolic move to the downside, and that would give you these lower prices as $23, maybe even down to $13. So be cautious about that. But signs are showing with our indicators, this guy might be ready to break to the upside. Do your own research if you're thinking about doing this as an investment. If you're thinking about trading this, then you got a different set of rules to go by. You're just worried about number go up. Now, upside targets for this, let's take our risk to reward ratio. Let's say that we've got in right now. Put a stop loss here, and it's about 10%. Take it up to our first target there. That would be a risk to reward ratio of 5.6. Now, anything above 3 is great, and anything around 4 is superb. So anything above that is just hard to pass up, for real. Now, by chance that this goes up to our measured move, AB equals CD move, and it also goes up to the 1618 Fibonacci, that would be a 161% gain on this trade. Risk to reward ratio 14.6. That's got my mouth watering right now. Now, let's also consider if we get into lower. Let's say that it comes down to this 50% mark, and that's still within this channel, and it still has the ability to break up and out of this channel. Now, that increases our risk to reward ratio, and we can put our stop loss just underneath the channel, give it a little bit of room just in case they do a stop loss hunt. So I would still stick probably around 10%. That gives us still a 20 risk to reward ratio to our prime target of $192. Now, traders can trade this. You can set other targets. One other target I would be looking at for a short-term trade would probably be about $107. And we'll get that marked there. That would give you an 80% return if you get in on the 50% mark. Now, if it breaks out from where it is now and you catch the breakout, let's say about $76, that's a 30% return just back up to the top of the range of $107. The risk reward ratio on that is a 2.1. So that's more for like a scalping. This project looks like it actually does have some legs. So just to quickly review, if we do break down from this pattern, break this bottom trend line, go easy on your entries until you figure out where the actual bottom is. And it would probably be somewhere around $26, maybe at $45. Within the trend line, I would be looking at entries around $60 and even where it is right now at $73. You can easily build a position within this area. Breaking this trend line, breaking out this pattern to the upside. First targets I would be looking at is about $106. Second target, $119. Third target, $151. Next target, $165. Main target that I have my eye on would be $193.24. Indicators are looking beautiful right now. We got a green dot on market cipher. Volume weighted average price is curving to the upside. Stochastics have been bottomed out all day and taking a turn to the upside. RSI has bounced off 36, looking kind of juicy. There is still that possibility it can still come down to this 30% level. So keep that in mind. That could be what presses us down to these lower areas. And MACD is also looking juicy too. The histogram is etching up. We're getting some curves here on moving averages, but we still do not have that cross that would be your official buy signal. So watch this carefully. It's not one that I would just jump wholeheartedly in. It's never a good idea just to fill your bags full at once at one position. It's usually a little better if you spend some time building up that bag in anticipation of a move that you see that could very likely happen on the chart, and this coin has one. Guys, if you found this information helpful, hit the like button, maybe leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this project. Come over and visit our free Telegram group, say hi. We got lots of free resources there for anyone trying to learn how to trade and how to read charts. And until next time, my name is Lane, your crypto road dog, reminding you, you got this, baby.
I don't always like videos, but when I do, I always prefer Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my